Um, Today's subject is that the Moses did not write Exodus. A long time ago, I made a video that Genesis was not written by Moses. Now, the first thing is that while Moses was alive, they may speak in Hebrew, but at the time they did not have a language to write down in Hebrew, because Old Testament was written by Hebrew in the beginning. So Moses could not write because the Hebrew language was used on BC 1000. Here is BC, here is 1000 here. However, based upon the Bible, Moses was this is Moses. So now, why 1500 years that we have to look at the Bible and search the Bible. Now, the Bible did not say based upon BC or AD, things like that. So, however, we have certain things in the Bible. So we compared this a certain year, then we may be able to trace the year in BC. Now the first king 6:1. He said, Solomon built the temple in the 480 years after Israelites came out of the Egypt. Now, 400 years after they get out of the Egypt. So this is 480 years. Now, we know that King Solomon built a temple fourth year of Solomon's reign. Now, when they compared Assyria, Babylon, things like that, they believe BC 962. This is temple built. And then 480 years, so this one is 1444. So the temple, this is 962, this is the temple, and then 480 years here, that's 1440. So we understand Moses is around 1500. So now we found out Moses is around 1500. This is the year that maybe around while Moses was 80 years old, maybe a little more, then they get out of the Egypt. So this is the thing we found out now. Now, then when you go to Exodus, 1:11, it does say. So they put the slave master over to press them with forced labor, and they built Pithom and Ramesses as store cities for Pharaoh. Now, this Pithom is the name of Pithom is one of the god in the Egypt at the time, and based upon archaeological evidence, this Pithom, this Pithom, okay, based upon BC 6, not 1500. It is around the 600. Pithom was in here. Now, Ramses is a very important name in over there. Ramses is a name of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. However, this name of Pharaoh is not the original line of Pharaoh of Egypt. What happened is, many people heard of or called Tutankhamen, and Tutankhamen is okay. This is the face of Tutankhamen, and it was made of the gold. Now, when he was 9 years old, he became a king, and 19 years old, he died. Maybe malaria, maybe by accident while hunting, whatever. He died 19 years old. However, this Tutankhamen Pharaoh did not have a son. So now they are in a big debate who will become next king. This kind of a thing happened in every country, including this Tutankhamen. Now, so at the time they decide, okay, Tutankhamen married and the wife in there, and this queen's father, he became a king. His name is Ai. Now, why we talk about this one is that we go to Yellowstone Park. Then they named the Yellowstone Park because the Indian who used to live there said, oh, stone is yellow. That's why they call Yellowstone Park. And when you go to Canada, there's a Yellowknife, and they found Yellowknife. So that's why they named the city Yellowknife. So, and then at the time also, Egypt, Nile River, around there, that's a black land. And then when you go to desert, that is a red land. That's the name. But this is Ramses. It does not came from heaven suddenly. So now after this, after this I, then unfortunately no son either. So next time it's called Horemheb. This person become a king, and he is one of the highest office, maybe good in warrior. Then unfortunately Horemheb didn't have a son again. So they next one is called Ramses. Ramses the first became a king. Then another thing happened, no son. So then called Seti. Seti first became a king. Then Ramses second became a king. So when we talk about this one, then we know that this Ramses is real person. It's not line of, parallel line. It's not original king. So now, he built this, Abu Simbel. This is a huge, stone statue that is, four of them in here. That I don't know whether I have a picture over here. So this is okay. Just like this, called Abu Simbel, and the one of the region he Ramses II built that was the people, the nation under the Nile River, and it is a southern part. Now in the country Sudan over there, they try to attack over there. So they built this, Abu Simbel over there here, then show that, hey, we are great country. You cannot come over, then we're gonna kill you. So that's why they built. Now, as soon as Ramses II became a king, he went to all the way up, above the Cairo, close to Mediterranean area, because so-called sea people attacking the area territory much. So Ramses maybe built, over there was let's say like a warehouse, to defend and attack, sea people. So now we understand the Ramses. Ramses was it is about 1279 and 1213. So 13. So about 1280. Okay, about 1280. Okay, this is where Ramses was a king. Now, Moses was 1440, and this is just 1280, but we don't know exactly, but so this one is at least 116 years, 200 years different. Moses and Exodus claim, okay, we get out of the Egypt, but while Ramses was there was a 1280, there was 150 and 200 years difference. Then, what that means is, after Moses died, about 200 years, Ramses became a king. So in other words, Moses could not know King Ramses. So in other words, Exodus could not be written by Moses because Ramses is a real historical name that while the is history. So now then we know this difference now. Now then, why this can things happen? That first of all, we may be able to say, okay, all the Bible and all the Testament is a copy, is not original one. So while they copy to copy, they could make a mistake. There was one could be one explanation. And the second option is, okay, God is perfect. However, the Bible itself contains mistakes. Then if we admit, okay, there is a mistake, then, because there is a 200 years difference in here, so we have to admit there is a mistake. So now, then, in order to solve this issue, every interpreter, every reader can say this and this, because we don't know which is a mistake, which is a correct one. Now, we go further. While Ramses arrived, he was involved in Kadesh, called there is a Kadesh war between Hittite and Egypt. Now, this one shows that, okay, this is now in the Turkey here, and then here is Egypt. This is in our Suez Canal over here. So now, first thing is that Hittite coming down to over here, and then Ramses come over here, and there was between a war Hittite and Egypt. Now here's a question. Bible Old Exodus claim Israelite crossed Red Sea, and they become this land land of honey and milk. However, based upon this history, even though they crossed the Red Sea, this is the land of Egypt. This Kadesh is right now is land of Syria. So even though Israelites crossed Red Sea, came to this land, but still that is land of Egypt. Okay. Now, the reason I am telling this one is, whatever reason, this Egypt and the Hittite made a peace treaty, and then this peace treaty found out in Turkey, and also the same kind of thing found out in Egypt. So copy of this one is in the wall of UN building, because that is first treaty in history. So now the history shows everything is written and found here. Now we go to now Second Timothy 3:16. He said, all scripture is God-breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. God-breathed, okay? What Paul believed at the time, and all scripture means that Old Testament does not include the New Testament. This all scripture means all Old Testament only. Okay. Now this scripture, okay, God breathed it, and the meaning is God is ultimate author in all scripture, but 200 years different. How could you say that God's scripture is aligned in history. Now, you try to what I'm bring out. So there is a three reasons. First thing is it was not written in Hebrew because while Moses was alive 1500, and then the Hebrew language written language is around 1000. So 500 years later, so it was not cannot be written by Moses. Second thing is Moses could not know the Pithom and Ramesses because it is 200 years after Moses died. In Egypt history, Ramses' name show up. Okay. Then third reason was that there's all kinds of Kadesh war was written. However, Kadesh was according to history about 20,000 men was involved in the Kadesh war. However, 600 men was out, including family. 2 million of people in Egypt out of Egypt. This is lot more great historical event, but nothing shows. When you go to Abu Simbel, okay, or when you go to Karnagi here, then in a big pillar in a column that is showing that that the Ramses doing the attacking the soldier, enemy soldier, then explain everything about what's going on. They made all kinds of language left over. We can find it now, but 10 what do you call disaster was 10 what do you call that a plague, all those are just great event. However, was not mentioned at all whatsoever in Egypt history. So therefore, I do not believe Moses wrote Exodus. Thank you so much for your watching.